Hello, everybody. My name is Neelam Koshia, and I am going to talk to you about Model Context Protocol or MCP in this session today. So, the agenda that I have for you today is the origin of MCP and what problem it's trying to solve, an overview of its components, what really goes on, implementation, and this is implementation of client as well as server, and what's really happening in the industry. And we will wrap it up with what's coming up next. So let's talk about what is MCP. So let's answer the first question, which is what? So MCP is an open standard which was introduced by Anthropic in November of 2024. So if you look back, it is essentially been around only for 7-8 months, but you can see it has been the talk of the town already. Now, the goal of this open standard is to standardize how AI applications connect with external tools, data sources, and systems. Now, specifically AI agents, if you look at an AI agent, it has an LLM, but it's the beauty of an agent are the tools. So it integrates with a lot of different tools. For example, before MCP, you have an LLM, and if it has to talk to Slack, Google Drive, or GitHub, you have to create unique APIs, have unique authentication for each of these APIs, manage the structure of the API, the input, the output, parse it, make it work around things like enumeration, etc. And it could mean a lot of complex integration logic and a lot of different integration based on the different types of tools or system that the LLM has to connect. Now, after the MCP, what's really happening is you have a unified API, a common way of integrating with these different systems. And the way you can think about it is essentially a USB for AI integration. So before the standards like USB, connecting peripherals required a mess of different ports and custom drivers. Similarly, integrating AI applications with external tools and system is and was a M multiplied by N problem. Now, if you have M different AI applications and N different tools and systems that you want to connect, you might have to do M into N different integrations. So, for example, if you have 10 different applications and 10 different tools that you have to integrate with or systems that you have to integrate with, that means you have to build 100 different integrations, which is a lot. Whereas when you look at MCP, what it's doing is it is trying to avoid those duplicated effort, this inconsistent implementation when you integrate. And MCP aims to simplify this by creating a common API and transforming this into a M plus N problem. And the tool creator would end up building the N number of MCP servers, while the application developer will build in the M number of MCP clients. So it becomes a M plus N problem. Now, without MCP, the fragmented AI development would look something like this. So if you have an application one, which wants to integrate with a specific tool, you would have to write custom implementation, custom prompt logic for that implementation, make that custom tool calls, and then that tool will go ahead and access those custom data. Now, if you have 3 different applications, you will have to do this 3 times over. Wherein with MCP, what it's doing is it's trying to standardize this AI application. It is essentially a protocol that standardizes how LLM accesses and utilizes external tools and data, essentially acting as a universal connector. You can think about it as the USB example that I gave before. And agents, on the other hand, are these entities which can then connect with these tools and data through MCP. So here you have a database MCP server which connects with database. You have a CRM MCP service which connects with CRM. You have a version control MCP server, let's say GitHub, which connects with the version control software. And you have the client on the left side, which is, calling the server.